Hi, it's Chris, and this is my review of reading my daily reading for Bible in a Year, chronologically. And there was a lot of reading tonight. We've got 1 Kings chapter 13, verse 1. Actually, 1 Kings 14. So we got 1 Kings 13, 1 Kings 14. I'll look at all the First Kings here because it's mixed with Second Chronicles. And 1 Kings 15 looks like. Yep. Yeah, it bounces between 14 and 15 a little bit. But I think we get all of 14 and 15 eventually. Then we get into Second Chronicles. Again, we got chapter 12, then chapter 11, and then back to 12. Kind of all bounces around, but second Chronicles, a little bit of 11, all of chapter 12, and then 14. Did we get 13 anywhere? I'm gonna have to dive into that. But 15, Second Chronicles 15, 12, 14, and 15 for sure. I don't see 13 in there. If I don't know, maybe we've already had 13, or it's coming later with yeah. Anyway, a lot of reading. Anyway, there was quite a bit of reading, and we got to read about Jeroboam and Rehoboam, and the big takeaway there was those that followed God and sought after God were blessed, and those that didn't, they were punished. It was a quick and painful punishment. Jeroboam, he ended up dying, and we even had one of the prophets that told Jeroboam what was going to happen. When it came down to it, he was lied to, and he suffered a death because he didn't pay attention to what God had told him. To give him instructions, don't eat with his people, and then he believed that the old prophet, he believed the lie the old prophet had told him, and allowed him to die. So watch what we hear, what you believe from other people. It's what he wanted to hear. He wanted to eat, and he was told, don't do it. Get out of the land, don't eat. And instead he went back and ate because he was lied to. And he wanted to believe that. I'm sure that's part of it. He wanted to believe that he could eat there. But we see with the kings, the ones that, in the short history, the ones that followed God and obeyed God had victory. So again, we want victory in our life. Follow God, obey his commands, do the hard things sometimes. Love others as Jesus loved us. That's the command that he gave us. And then we've got our guidelines throughout the Old Testament of how we should react to one another. But bottom line, first thing is love others as Jesus loved us. Remember, Jesus gave us, he doesn't force anybody to do anything. He never did. He gave them the what fors and the hows and whys, and he warned them against bad behaviors, but never forced anybody to do anything. Husbands, if you're forcing your wives to do something because you're saying that, wives obey your husbands, that's the commandment for them. Yours is to love your wife as Christ loved the church, and Christ loved the church and told them how they should live, and then allowed them to live. He led with authority. He led with truth. And he said, woe to them who caused them to stumble. He said, how long must I put up with you? Jesus is so good. Anyway, that's the reading for tonight, and how I see it. Following God is of utmost importance. That's what I got out of all of it.